We're going to start off by just rolling down to the ground. So find a comfortable position now, whether that's on your back or on your side. Take a moment to really let your back melt to the ground. Maybe your hands rest on your belly or your chest. Maybe your hands come out to your sides. Wherever you find yourself, connect to the ground. So every point of contact where your back meets the mat, really connect to that here. And as you start to breathe, breathe in the ground. Feel that connection and the breath move from the back of your body into your abdomen, your rib cage, your chest. Fill up and empty. And connect to that flow in, fill, out, empty. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. And a few more times like that. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the breath can become fuller each inhalation. Maybe with each exhalation, the release can become a little bit more. A sigh or a sound. Some way to express it audibly. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. For a moment, just let the breath be everything. The focal point of your mind, the movement of your full body. Let it all circulate around the breath for a moment. And then start to scan your body and notice what's happening this morning. Notice any area of tension or tightness, or anything else that stands out in this moment. And then take a full body stretch. Extend your arms up over your head. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Maybe wiggle them. Maybe let that movement move to the ankles and wrists and just start to find some gentle movement throughout the limbs. And then hug both knees in towards your chest. You can grab at the shins, or if this isn't comfortable for you, you could also plant your feet. Look left to right. Bring some movement in your neck. Be sure to take a deep breath on each side. So take a couple rounds back and forth, left and right. Good. And now bring your hands to the top of your knees. And for a moment, just hold your kneecaps. Maybe even give a little massage to the kneecaps here for just a second. And then take some big circles with the knees. As though you're lubricating through the hip joint with that momentum. Take big and slow movement. And then go the other way. Now, once again, plant the feet to the ground as though you were setting up for bridge pose. So check in with where those feet are at. We'll let the knees stack over the heels. But for now, just keep everything to the ground. Extend your right leg up. Give a couple ankle rolls. Both ways. And then cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Maybe you stay here for a moment, or maybe you find a little side to side movement left and right. Good. You can stay right here, or you can lift that left leg up, bring it in. Your left leg can also extend up. Take a few breaths here. Good job. Bring it back to the ground. Left leg drops down. We'll switch them out. The left leg is now crossed over the right shin. If you're wanting that, you can go a little deeper. Maybe extend the leg up for more. Once again, connect to your breath. That is your grounding anchor throughout your practice and throughout your day. At any moment, come back to your breath and just notice where it's at. Notice where you're at. And if you need to, make an adjustment. Release both knees down again. And for a moment, bring the knees into your chest. If you want to find some movement here, you could, side to side or forward and back. And then let both knees drop to the left side. Stack your hips so that they're towards the middle of your mat. And bring your arms out to a T. Now's a great time to melt again. Physically imagine that body releasing everything. So are you tight in the lower back or the belly? Soften your belly and breathe into the lower back and the abdominal muscles. Soften your jaw and your brow. Now is the time to release the tension. You don't have to bring it with you any longer. One more breath here. Take your time. And then lift the knees up and transition to the right. So same thing. Scoot the hips over so that they stack left on top of right. Let your abdomen and lower back soften. And then begin to engage a deeper breath. Now just roll over onto your right side and move to hands and knees. You might have a blanket out underneath the knees to give a little cushion. I don't have mine today, but if you need it, go ahead and grab it. Spread your fingers out wide, press them to the ground, and let's start to find a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to drop your belly and lift your gaze. Exhale, round spine. Look down. Inhale, drop. And just find this movement. Now, if you need it, you can drop back to child's pose and just take rest for now. That's okay. Move here a few more rounds. Just starting to warm up your spine. And now, if you're not in child's pose yet, go ahead and move to it. Sink back towards your heels. Maybe spread your knees out wide to create a little more space. Or maybe keep them together. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, lower to your belly. Bring your forearms down to the ground once you get to your belly. Stack shoulders over wrists, over elbows. Maybe bring the elbows out a little bit wider if that feels better on your body. And then lift the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, find Sphinx pose. If it would feel good, you can start to find some neck rolls here. Let yourself have a couple more breaths, 2 or 3 more. And then look forward and release to the ground. Put your forehead on your hands and take a breath. And then bring your hands towards your shoulders. Press up and to tabletop. Find that stance again. And with an inhale, lift your left hand up. Take some movement here. Forward, back, or maybe a circle. Notice if you're tensing up in that other arm. Keep strong, but not strained, if you can. And then lift the left hand to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, twist and thread the arm and cheek to the ground. Stay here. Melt again. Maybe you move. Maybe you're still. Your choice. Press into your left hand or your right hand and lift your left up. So come back to that shape and then reach your left hand forward and look there in front of your left hand. Press into your right palm and just take a moment, align. Left hand releases. Right hand lifts. Breathe. And move. And then lift the right hand up again. Big inhalation. Exhalation down. All the way to twist and release to the ground. Try to soften. Try not to clench or hold on too tightly. And then let's unwind. Left hand to the ground, right hand to the ceiling. And exhale, release. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Inhale, drop. And exhale, round. Maybe stay here, or maybe add a little more in your neck or shoulders or your hips, a little sway. Don't worry about a right or wrong moment because there is no wrong. Just move freely here for a couple breaths. Good. Now come back to stillness in your tabletop shape and pause here. Extend your left leg behind you. We'll start to engage the core a bit. Flatten your back. If you noticed a big dip in the lower back, can you lower the leg down and pull your belly in tighter? Stay here. Inhale, round your knee into your chest. Look down. Exhale, kick it out. Take a few more like that at your own pace. Last one. And extend the left leg out long. And then bend the knee. Step that foot forward. You can help it get there with the hand. You could also bring out blocks if you want. For this shape, bring the foot to the edge of the mat and bring the hands inside the foot. A slightly different lunge, a little bit wider in the hips. Your toes can untuck or they could stay flat or tucked to the ground, either flat or tucked. Look up and breathe. Good. Just take a little bit of time here. Maybe you look over that left shoulder. Maybe you bring the left hand to the left thigh. Or maybe you reach that left hand back behind you or up. You don't have to force anything here. Land in a position that you can hold for 3 breaths. That's where we want to be. Very good. Now bring the left hand back down to the ground. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Pick up that right knee. And just take a moment here, a little forward back. You might have your hands on blocks right now to bring the ground closer. That's okay. Now we're going to step back. So let that left foot move all the way back to the right. And then drop down to child's pose. Knees, hips. Take a big, fulfilling breath. And then inhale, rise up. And lower down to your belly. Once again. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. Let's take some low cobras. Keep going here. Maybe you stay low, maybe you go a little higher and push into the hands more. Straighten the arms just a bit. As you lift, really engage your upper back. We're not just using the arms here. We're opening and strengthening through the mid and upper back. And on your next inhale, move to child's pose. Hold for a breath. Inhale up. Take a moment. Check out your alignment. Check into your hands. Press to the ground. Inhale, right leg extends. We're here in this shape. Check in with yourself. Belly is strong. Balance is on point. Press that right heel behind you. Hold it. And then start to move. Inhale, curl. Exhale, extend. Keep going. Last round. We'll extend that right leg out again. And then step it forward. So you might need to help that leg get where it needs to be. Forward a little bit on the mat's edge. Heel toe there, and then lengthen, lizard lunge, long spine. Take some deep breaths. We're here for a moment. Maybe you want to tilt and turn slightly again, over to the right this time. And then unwind, right hand to the ground. Take a moment, look forward, and pick up that back knee. Good. You can rock a little bit or you can stay still. And then step back, a high plank, take a breath. If you need, drop the knees down and take a breath here. And then drop the knees, drop the hips, one breath, child's pose. We'll come back here to rest between rounds. So know that that's always a spot that you can access if you need. Inhale up. This time, all the way up, down dog. Make your shape. Maybe bend the knees. Press more weight into the hands and bring your chest closer to the thighs. Now, if you've got a shoulder injury or any tightness in the shoulders today, you might just stay right here and work on building strength by engaging your upper back muscles. If you're in down dog, find a little pedal, find a little movement. if you're in tabletop, do the same, just a little bit more through the shoulders and neck. Move your feet to your hands. So maybe that's stepping forward, or maybe that's a different way. Find a fold. Bend your knees more. Shake your head yes and no. And then release everything. Drop it down. Start to stand slowly. Let your arms hang. Let your shoulders, neck, and head be the last thing to rise up. Find mountain pose. Lift the top of your head up towards the ceiling and your fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, fingertips touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, heart. Okay, a few more of those. Close your eyes if you can, and just breathe into it. It's simple. It's fluid. Let that movement carry you for a moment. Breathe. One more. Lift. And then fold. Flat back down to the ground. And hang for a moment again. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, halfway again. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Up. Exhale, heart. And pause. Close your eyes maybe. Take a couple breaths. Breathe in from the feet all the way to the top of your head. 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, fold, and step your left foot back. All the way as back as far as it can go. And just take a moment here. We want to have the right knee stacked over the right ankle and the left hand on the mat's edge. With an inhale, reach your right arm up and twist. Or maybe reach it forward. Now, if you need, you can drop that back knee down. That's an option. If you want, you can build a little more heat with that knee lifted and reaching that arm forward. Wherever you're at is a great place to be. So be there and be present with yourself. Take one more breath. And then untwist. Bring the right hand back to the ground. Step your right foot back. Lower to your belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Take a moment. Stay on your belly for just a minute. Breathe. Lift up your feet. Give them a little side to side movement. And then release. Legs to the ground. Hands under your shoulders. Press up. All the way to down dog. Take some movement. Settle in again. And then step your feet to your hands. However you need to get there. Fold, release. Inhale halfway. Exhale, let go. Inhale, stand. Exhale, heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And step your right foot back. Take a moment, align, and look forward. Bring your right hand to the mat's edge and press weight there. Inhale, lift up. Now you can stay here, you can drop that knee down. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Notice where your shoulders are at. Stay there and maybe go forward. Again, shoulder shrugs away from your ear. Release. Left hand to the ground. Now listen carefully. This time, step forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment, align here, pause. Now bring the hands to your back. Draw the knuckles down and stay here. Or bring the hands to clasp around the forearms. Stand up tall. Lift your head to the ceiling. And then bring your chin a little closer to your chest. Stay here or find some neck movement. Chin side to side. Inhale, let both arms lift up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Lace your fingers, press them forward. Inhale, lift up. Press the palms to the sky, but relax your shoulders again. Exhale, side bend to the left. Look up. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the right. Look up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Good job. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Send your hips high. Pedal your feet a moment. Inhale, lift your left leg up and bend the knee. Open here. Now, if you've got a shoulder injury or a joint pain, you might bring the knees down and just keep that same momentum, that same lift. You can circle that knee out. Take some big movements through that left hip joint. And then step the left hip towards the left hand. All right? Take a moment, align yourself. We're going to rise up to a lunge. Inhale, up. Lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Check in with your hips. Check in with that back leg. Strong here. Inhale, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, arms behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, extend. Last one, inhale, lift. And pause. Okay. Take another breath in, lift a little higher. And then twist. Right arm in front of left leg. Now you can stay here. You can also drop that knee down if you need. Choose your position and really find that strength in your core. Twist it. Breathe. Lift that right knee up if it's lifted off the ground. If it's down on the ground, simply press more weight into your left foot. One more breath. Inhale, lift up, look up, and step forward. Okay, however you need to get there, bring the feet under your shoulders. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. And exhale, fold again, all the way down. Step back to down dog, or maybe drop the knees for that tabletop. Send the hips high, press more weight into the palms. Inhale, right leg up, maybe bend, maybe open, take some shapes, take some movement. Same option to drop the knee down and to keep that movement going. Now step the right foot toward the right hand. Heel toe it forward and lift for your lunge. Inhale, rise. and hold. Same thing. Maybe you're lifted up here. Maybe that knee drops down. Keep lifting. Inhale. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, sweep. Sweep forward. Exhale, arms back. One more. Inhale, lift. And now twist to the right. Breathe. Engage the thigh muscles, strengthen here. And on your inhale, bring it back up. Lift. And then step forward. Shift that weight. Get to the top of your mat, however you need to. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Step back all the way to a plank, to lower to the ground. Let's take some more chest opening shapes. Let's take a few rounds of cobra first. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take it again. Move with your breath. Lift and lower. Rise and fall like a tide. Good. Now lower to the ground. Kick up the feet. And give a little left to right. Take a few breaths. Now extend the legs to the ground. And inhale to lift your chest in a low cobra. This time lift the hands up. Use the strength of your upper back. Really focus on that area. Don't strain the lower back. If it's starting to hurt down there, lessen that shape in the upper body. Okay? Breathe. 3 breaths here. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Strong back, strong heart. And release. Inhale, press up and back all the way to child's pose. Take a moment. Inhale, hands and knees, tabletop. Spread your fingers out wide. Take a moment here in tabletop. Maybe give a couple rounds of cat-cow if you want a little movement here, a little side to side. And then press yourself back to hands and knee, or to either staying hands and knees or lifting to down dog. Either is great. left leg will lift again wherever you find yourself. Take a big breath. And then step the left foot to the hand one more time. This time, spiral that foot out to a warrior one. So once again, the toes, warrior one, we bring them out 45-degree angle. Just let them tilt towards the edge of the mat. Lift up and let the hips point forward like headlights. Sink into that shape. Good. Big lift, big breath. Inhale. Exhale, arms behind you and grab to lace the fingers. So we've got some options just like before. Hands can lace and grab. Maybe you just let the hands rest on the lower back or grab for the forearms. We're going to move into humble warrior. Take a moment to check in with your legs. Big breath. Stay here. Or if you want, lean further. Go down. Maybe all the way down, but don't collapse. Stay strong. So if you notice that every time you go down lower, that means that you slump forward, stay lifted a little higher. Deep breath. 2 here. Inhale, lift up. Reach up, straighten that right leg. Exhale, forward. Maybe the hand to the shin, to the block, to the ground. Pyramid. You may remember this one from Tuesday. Maybe you go a little lower today. Maybe you stay lifted up towards that thigh. Check in with that left hip point. Energetically send it back. Take one more breath here. And then look down towards the ground. Inhale, lift your left hand up to the ceiling. Find a twist. Now if you get here and this is too much, just bring that hand to the thigh. Good. Twisted pyramid. Take one more breath. And unwind to the ground. Inhale, rise up, all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog, or tabletop. Pause. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Okay, get that foot where it needs to be. Take a moment and move to warrior one. Same option, same shape, different side. Lift. And stay here. Take a breath. And then bring the hands back and down. Pause. And release. Lean forward and then start to extend a little bit more. Strengthen that right quad. Press into that left heel. Breathe. Inhale, lift up. And straighten that right leg. Take a breath. A wide pyramid stance.
Start to lean forward without putting too much weight into that knee. Stay for a moment. Maybe go a little bit deeper. If it would feel better to heel toe that foot forward and make it a shorter stance, you know that's always an option for you. Take an extra breath. And then bring that left hand down to the ground. It's under the shoulder, maybe a little forward. Inhale, reach your right arm up to twist. Or maybe just let it be on the hip. One more breath. And then release the right hand down. Look forward, step forward, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment there. Realign, reconnect. Hands can stay at your heart or can come to your side. Let's prepare for a little balance. Dig those feet deep into the earth. Really plant yourself here. Maybe find a little forward back. And then stand still. Bend the knees slightly and really drive weight into the ground. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, heart. Inhale, right knee lifts. Stay here. Flex the foot or point the toe, but strengthen all the way to the end of that leg. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, twist to the right. Now, if you need, you could use the wall for a little help. That's fine. Maybe you look over that right hand. Maybe the left hand helps to ground the thigh. If you come out, just like I did, you can come right back in. Breathe. Take one more breath here. And unwind. Look up. And release. Foot, hands down to your sides. Foot to the ground. Mountain. Stand tall. Breathe. And lift. Inhale. Hands up. Exhale, heart. Get to that other side. When you're ready, inhale the left knee up to the sky. Feet strong. Bounce strong. Inhale, hands to lift. Exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Breathe. Stick with it. Inhale, lift. Up and back. Exhale, fold. All the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Lower down to the ground. And take a full body stretch. Bring your arms forward. Extend your legs back. Breathe. Now check in with your hands. Let the hands be palm down in front of you. Okay? Then bring your right hand out to the side. So just take a moment to check in. The right hand is out like so, flat to the ground like an L shape. We're going to roll onto that side. Look to the left and roll onto your right. My right arm is out to the side, so you're starting to feel a little stretch here. Left hand might lift up or back. Take some deep breaths. Now, if this is too much for you, you can lean a little bit closer to the ground, coming more onto your belly. You can choose to make this more of an intensity or more of a passive stretch. Let's stay for 5 more breaths. And then release. Bring the left hand back to the ground and slowly move to your belly. You might bring your forehead to your hands or to the ground and just take a couple breaths. Take another full body stretch. Reach your arms forward, palms down. And then bring that left hand out to the side. Once again, check in. Left hand is out like a T shape. Palm to the mat. Fingertips a little bit further out. Take that shape and then roll onto your left side. Same option here. Stay for a couple breaths.
Remember, you can always come out early if needed. 2 more breaths here. And release onto your belly. Take a pause and press up. Transition to a seat from hands and knees. And sit up nice and tall when you get to your seat. You can remove the flesh just to rock a little bit and sit a little bit deeper to the ground. You could also grab a block or a blanket or some support to sit up on top of and lift the hips higher. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart. Take a few more like that. Challenge yourself to slow down your breath, to slow down that movement of the arms. Even if it almost feels too slow, like you're moving through molasses. Really slow it down. One more. And then bring the fingers to your heart, lace the fingers, press them forward. Inhale, lift. Look up. Maybe you could even embrace a little back bend here and lean slightly back through the arms. Inhale, press high. Exhale, left side. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down and back behind your shoulders or behind your back. Shrug the shoulders or just let them release. Maybe bring your chin forward. Give a little neck roll. It's the same option as before. Maybe your hands are clasping, or maybe you just are letting them rest behind you to give a little bit of a stretch there. Final breath, final round. And then release the arms, look up and open. Bring the right hand up and down. Pat yourself on the back. Grab that right hand, that right elbow, rather, and lift up a little taller. Now you might side bend just a little bit to the left again. Maybe that feels good. Soften through that right shoulder and move the shoulders away from your ears if they've crept up. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, left arm, pat on the back, and give a little stretch.
Inhale, arms out wide, thumbs up, like you're giving the thumbs up sign. Fingers can be in or fingers can be out. Start to find a little movement through the shoulders. Really feel that movement here. Now thumbs up. Let's start to bring that up side to side. So we're making that same rotation. Pat yourself on the back. Bring the back of the lower hand down. So we're just swinging it around and giving a rotation. This is a great exercise for shoulder health. Notice if your shoulders are all the way up to your ears. Soften while maintaining that movement. Now, if this is too much, go back to this and just give a little rotation here. If that's too much, try to bring the fingers towards the shoulders and maybe just hold here, just like this. Especially if you're at a desk often or on a phone or driving. Or if you do a job that requires a lot of shoulder labor, this is a great exercise for the mornings and the evening to just bring a little bit of movement and rotation. One more round. And then bring the arms out wide one more time. And bring the palms to touch. Lace the fingers and point that pointer finger forward. Plug the shoulders into their socket. Inhale, lift up and point up to the sky. And exhale, bring it to your heart. That pointer finger might stay up. The thumbs might stay at your chest. Feel the palms touching. Feel the fingers pointing up, pointing to you, pointing to the sky. And for a moment, set that intention. Let those fingers point to that intention, that purpose for this day. Inhale, lift. Look up, maybe pause for a moment. Send your intention out for this new day ahead. Exhale, release. Kick your feet out, bend your knees. Plant your feet and reach forward. Start to slowly lower down to the ground. And take a full body stretch. Bring your right knee in toward your chest and give it a little squeeze. And then kick that right leg up, maybe grabbing for the ankle, maybe grabbing for the shin. Maybe giving a little ankle roll or a pedal to that foot. Bring that right knee in toward your heart one more time. And then twist right knee to the left, right arm out. Take a breath. And then stay for 3 more.
Inhale, come back. And release the right leg. Left leg in. Give it a squeeze. And then kick that leg up. Same option. Land where you land. Flex and point the foot. Hug the knee in. And twist. Left arm out to your side. Belly breaths here. Inhale back up. Hug that knee. And then hug the right knee too. Take a few more of those big circles with the knees. And then grab for the ankles or the pinky edges of your feet and move to your version of happy baby. Feet could be apart or feet could be together. And then take another full stretch. And then release. Move to Shavasana. Let your arms and your legs be heavy to the ground. Stay on your back. Or if you want, roll to one side, maybe to your belly. We'll take a few moments in a resting position, closing out this practice with some more intentional breathing in and out. Rest here, simply being the quiet observer to your own rhythm, your breath, your heartbeat, these natural systems, these cycles of your body. Observe and breathe. Inhale to your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Again, inhale.
breath anchor you here. And I'll call you back soon. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Take a full clearing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take a full body stretch. Wiggle the fingers, toes. And then roll to one side if you're not already. Press yourself up to a seat when you're ready to be there. Rise up in your own time. Sit up nice and tall. Find that alignment again. Stack shoulders on top of hips. Finding that comfortable seated position. Once you get there, either let your hands rest on your lap or bring your hands to your heart. Aligning here at the end of our practice with gratitude and appreciation. Take a bow to yourself for showing up, for being present, for being here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Thank you for sharing your practice. Ending with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Our first week of Winter Bliss now over. I'll be sending an email out with links and all of that stuff today. And then we'll just kick it strong for next week. If you have any requests for practice or any poses that you're trying to explore, I'd love to bring that into practice. So you can always email me, message me, and just let me know.